I'm Dani Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of Penn Voice. I'm joined today by Lisa Haynes, who is with the 5 Keys Charter Schools and Programs, and then I've got Captain Paul. I always pronounce your last name wrong. Kunkel.
Yeah.
Thank you. With the San Mateo County Sheriff's Department, also visiting us from the new Correctional Center. So thanks to both of you, Paul and to Lisa, for joining us. Lisa, I'm actually going to start with you because you're going to give us a little background on 5 Keys Charter Schools and Programs.
Yeah, so 5 Keys Charter Schools and Programs was started in 2003, and it started just from a sort of idea about how to serve students better inside the jail system. And so Sonny Swartz, who is the founder and was also the program manager for the Sheriff's Department, and Michael Hennessy, who was at that time the sheriff, sort of did a lot of research around how to do it effectively and realized that they could actually open a charter school, found some law within charter law that allowed us to open as a regular high school, performing as a charter school.
So, and Captain Kunkel, and I know people probably love calling you Captain Kunkel, because I do. There's a difference, right? I mean, inmates can try and get their GED, and they always have been able to, correct?
Yes.
So this is a little different way of providing an actual school with an actual high school diploma within your correctional facilities.
It is, and we love it. And we like it for a bunch of different reasons. The GED programs are fantastic.
Right.
But you can actually apply the credits you get in your GED to actually getting a high school diploma. And the Maple Street Correctional Center was built with the idea of being a programming jail. So we want to provide as many programs as we can for our inmates. And when we got this opportunity, Dr. Melissa Wagner, who's our programming manager, went and saw what was going on in San Francisco, and we have to have this.
Right.
And it's been a huge success. The inmates love it. It's good for the staff. I think 5 Keys likes it. We've had a great partnership so far.
So you've been at this for less than 2 years now. What are some of the things very specific to not only San Mateo County, but then what you've learned with other correctional facilities that you've seen that have really improved lives?
I think, in general, just recidivism. I think just the ability for our students to identify where they're headed and how they're going to get there, and maybe some of the barriers that are preventing them. We have also seen, I think, graduation, just watching some of our students go from maybe places where they were in segregation to sort of moving into the classroom, and then just achieving at really high levels, speaking at graduation, their ability to just articulate where they're headed and their goals, and identifying some of the challenges they've had in the past and what this education means for them in the future. I think just our expansion in general and our ability to bring holistic support to our students has just been really amazing and beneficial.
So what geographic area do you serve now?
We serve all of Northern and Southern California. Okay. And so we're in LA County, San Bernardino County. We're also in Northern California. We're in Solano County, Alameda County, San Francisco County, and San Mateo County. Are
you typically in county jails, or are you in any of the state correctional facilities?
No, we're only in county jails. And then we also have expanded into community sites.
Right.
Where that opportunity, what we realized in about 2008 was that as our students were leaving incarceration, we really wanted them to continue their education and the other supports that we were providing. And so we began to partner with community-based organizations where we have classrooms. In San Francisco, we have about 22 sites where we have classrooms, and we definitely have in San Mateo opened a partnership with Job Train, which is a one-stop in this area, and have partnered with them both in San Mateo, in the jail at Maple Street, along with we have a community site where students who are exiting Maple Street actually do come and join us to complete their education.
So when we talk about Maple Street, we're obviously talking about the new Maple Street Correctional Center, but
yes.
You and I were chatting earlier that, you know, so the Maple Street Correctional Facility or our jail system, we don't have a lot of long-term, so we don't see, you know, inmates serving decades of time, right? So sometimes you're going to have an inmate that's not going to be able to finish their high school diploma or the 5 Keys Charter School diploma. So I think the ideal was that they can then finish the program once they've been released.
And that's the joy of 5 Keys, is you can start it while you're in custody
Right.
and hopefully graduate with us. But if you can't graduate with us because you get out and you go back into the community, you can continue at Job Train or any of the sites in San Francisco. And it's good for us because then you finish the program. And
Right.
if we can get you to these other sites like Job Train, hopefully we can get you into a trade school or learning something to further better yourself. So hopefully you can turn your life around and not come back to us.
Well, Captain, we can see what the benefit is to the individual and to the community having a high school diplomaed individual come out of incarceration with a high school diploma or the ability to finish one. But inside the correctional facility, what benefits have you seen with the inmates when they're in the program?
There's a bunch of benefits for us. People often talk about rehabilitation. A lot of people come to us who have never been habilitated. So as an inmate, if you put yourself out there like, gosh, I never finished my high school diploma, and we can actually provide that service to you, you can get, you come to a great achievement in your life that you would have never been able to
Right.
get on the
Self-pride
outside.
might not even have been on any one of those radar screens.
And there's a ton of support there from the 5 Keys program from within the jail. We house all our 5 Keys inmates together. So you go to school with them all day. You'll have classes and all the other normal stuff, but then you go back and you live with them so you can continue to study. There's positive peer pressure to continue to go to school because we can't mandate you to go,
Right.
but everyone goes.
I think it's an important part that it's a volunteer program. You actually have, you and I were chatting that there's a lot of people who want to do this program. They want to be involved in the program.
And we're expanding it, which is really exciting. We were just talking outside how excited we are of our expansion of the 5 Keys, and we're going to add ESL programs. And one of the things I like a lot about 5 Keys is it's kind of malleable as well. Not everyone can be in a classroom environment. Not everyone can be with everybody else. But they also offer independent studies. So if your classification is such where the crime you're accused of is too violent or you don't play well with others, we can still get you on the path to a high school diploma through independent studies, which is another one of the glorious things I think that 5 Keys does.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think one of the things that is really unique about us is because we develop our own curriculum, because we're able to look at data, we are able to modify or adjust our program according to the needs, not only in the community, but within the jail system. And we've done that in a couple of ways through our mobile bus. So I think we do have the ability to just look at the data, identify the need, and to the captain's point, we serve every student, no matter how secure their protection is or where they are in the jail system. We're able to have access to them to provide them with the same opportunities that a student would get in
And no matter where they are in their learning.
In their learning as well.
So there's a sort of like a pre-test to understand where they're starting from.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That we give a pre-test and then we move them through, but we also can continually modify our curriculum
Right.
as the need for what you need in the community and what you need in society.
Right.
We continue to make that available for students.
Where do you find your funding?
We actually are a charter school, so the charter school component of 5 Keys is actually through the state ADA, which is the average daily attendance. So we are funded the same way a regular charter school or public high school would be funded. And then we separated programs sort of intentionally because that is not under charter law. We don't actually get a portion for that part of our work, but we were doing that part of our work anyway. When you're supporting students, education is not the only key. And so when we think about our 5 Keys, we started to sort of evolve into these other supports for students and realized that we needed to separate so that it was clear what we were doing under charter law, but that we were also providing these other programs. And so they're separate schools that we provide these supports.
So on the other side, is that funded privately through private foundations, donations?
Yes.
Okay. And then we've just a few seconds left, Captain. So what's kind of the last thing you want to leave with our viewers with this 5 Keys school?
I would encourage the public to be patient with this, as our office has been with us. I feel very proud of this program. I feel very proud of all of our programs. We're very fortunate to live in a community that can fund this kind of programming. Very
And that's so innovative.
Yes, and work for a sheriff is forward-thinking and innovative to take a risk with something like this, because this is something of a risk, but the return on it's fantastic.
Yeah.
If we can help build some lives so people can go on and do better, that's better for the community, and that's ultimately where, as community servants and public servants, that's the end goal for us, is to do better for the community.
Well, we'd love to meet one of your graduates and one of your folks who can speak to us in the program too. It would be great for a future show. So, Captain and Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. And we're out of time, but I hope everybody will jump on this program and learn about it and take notice. And we'll see all of you next time on Penn Voice.